Go ahead.
Okay, so our first match we're going to start in Square Squared. So 2 times 2 is 2, and you know the drill. Jesus.
It's not that much better.
My brother in Christ, I think we opened like the worst hand, like one of the worst hands that can produce. I think we're better with this for sure.
Oh, it's absolutely better. Ooh, with an excellent catch too, just
God.
powering through the Megalodontia. Joe just completely crushed out.
Well, it is one of the disadvantages when you bust like one of the best cards in the game. Sometimes you just get countered. I don't know what to tell you. But at the very least, DblCookies has actually a lot of options where to go, even though they're not fantastic.
Yeah, there's a lot of solid choices that can definitely be made. Trying to find a good spot for the Hydra Splat lane while hoping for some of the other bigger cards to be drawn. That said, as a turn 3, the Splatter Shot isn't the worst thing that you could do at this point.
Oh, we went to the same side, and we get some special points set up for another one. So this is not looking like a bad turn 3 for our for BlackRoseDragon. Bowling the Hydra turn 3 is great in this particular game state.
Indeed, this is a pretty fine space to be in right now for Rose, who's, yeah, it's a very fine top deck and definitely causing a lot more damage here. And it looks like DblCookies isn't in the best place either, having to had played a Splat Charger and the triple Splashdown as his options.
This is rough.
This is rough for both sides.
This is a very interesting turn 4 for BlackRose here. Having the ability to use his Splatter Shot here to basically deny one of the better points of attack for DblCookies is definitely something great here. Again, this did not like a good start for either player, but at the very least, BlackRose continues to be sitting prettier, like straight up.
Oh, absolutely. Just a much stronger start overall, getting some very key top decks, and finally playing one of his cards, his 312s, as we're starting to run out of space to do other things. Trying to set up some kind of confirm with the Octostab to be able to get 2 extra special. Both of them work pretty well as long as he just like sets that corner up.
Well, we will see. There, DblCookies in the meantime is a bit of a back foot because BlackRose has definitely a lot more better choices to attack. That turn 1 definitely came to clutch, and yikes, man, this is just rough.
Out comes the Dowsers trying to stop that setup and is successful. The 11-point heavily crushing out the Tentatek missiles. And now that Octostamp combo not nearly as good. We still have a lot of options though. Rose has a lot of ways he can kind of go about things. I definitely like this position a bit more because it leaves that top space to work with.
There's even the base. The base is still an option. Like, what is it? DblCookies' base is still an option here, and it's available to use. You just like, you kind of underestimate how good of a turn 1. If you have a good turn 1, you can just run away with the game.
Indeed, indeed. But, I mean, outside of that, Joe, that was kind of what DblCookies seemed to be banking on, was play Joe, pray that Rose didn't have anything to respond to it, and kind of be able to move forward from there, but no, Rose has been able to kind of stand his own, hold his ground pretty effectively, and it's resulted in a very close match where I imagine DblCookies is in a unpleasant place at this point, as he is being forced to, he's probably top decking a lot of those big cards that he had just a while, was hoping for so much earlier.
Well, that actually is a pretty decent top deck. In so many situations in this particular game, it has felt like Black Rose has the better position to score their cards. Like so many times in this one game, what is it? DblCookies has been clashing a lot and losing a lot of points. At the very least, we are in the special point lead in DblCookies' favor.
Indeed. This is working out. I feel like Rose has the control of the field ultimately. Light point lead, just behind in special, but we'll have 5 coming into the final 3 turns. Plus space to play... Yeah, still space to play that, Stampers. Ooh, there's actually a little judge spot. No special will be gained from it, but there is a little judge spot, and that's absolutely hilarious.
Yep, you can see it. Definitely. Little Judge is a very versatile card, and we love to see it. Oh, interesting. Oh, they want to get value out of it, so they're considering using it now, even if it's actively worse than just putting it down.
Not necessarily worse. If you can find a good position to get special refund, then it would absolutely be false to say that it is the worst play choice, because we all love a good refund on our special points just to keep that tempo and steam rolling. And it's just going to make things a lot easier for him ultimately if he can keep that rolling for himself.
And also, I just remember something very important that happened very early. All players have to come down to use a 312 before we even get very good value. I completely forgot about that. So, basically, this could just be it for special plays for Black Rose. They do have a Wiper Deco they can use. But I don't think right now giving DblCookies leeway with a special point is the best idea in the world. So putting down this Ink Storm has to matter.
Indeed. Looking at a spot for this Ink Storm, that would be pretty good for guaranteeing another. If there's another 3 special to play, I think it's kind of just safe just to play the Wiper and get something going from there, because he kind of doesn't have the options he's hoping for otherwise. Heavy Kohozuna catching up, but I wouldn't say surprisingly. It's a huge and heavy play, but definitely keeps Rose in the lead, and our final 2 plays cements Rose with the first point.
Unfortunately, that call was a really good play. The problem is that it also gave a very good target to where to use the Ink Storm. Like, they give saving the Ink Storm for second to last turn instead of the second to last. Definitely a very smart decision.
Indeed, indeed. But yeah, current score, BlackRoseDragon successfully claiming squared under his name.
Now is DblCookies' turn to basically have the control of the board.
Yeah, we got a lot of stages, a lot of choices to be able to make, and it is entirely on DblCookies to make the call as to where we will be moving forward. We got... Honestly, yeah, there's... the whole across the board. Let's see what he kind of settles in on, because they've already sat down. They're already making their choice. I kind of want to just see where we end up going. And it looks like we're going to pedal to the metal.
Pedal to the metal is definitely one of those boards that it's a lot more aggressive than you think. You have 6 special points to work with, and the setting them up is important. But you also have the possibility to just be hyper aggressive and just try to deny your opponent the ability to combo off as much as possible.
Indeed, indeed.
And Black Rose did not start it pretty. We get into a mulligan, we just get captain, and that's it.
That said, captain is a good start. But now we're out of cards, so it's probably going to be a game of disruption, just recognizing he doesn't have the cards he wants to be able to make things work. I see a little bit of defense going in, maybe hoping DblCookies is equally cursed.
We will see. One particular special card that is incredible. Ooh, that's a clash. Okay, one particular really good card for Disruption, and I'm pretty sure there's two things I am pretty sure about Black Rose deck building in this particular board is that Black Rose is one of those people that actually would run triple 312 in this stage in particular. Mainly because Crab Tank is also both a disruption and a combo piece if you absolutely have to.
Yeah, it definitely would work pretty well in that way.
Unfortunately, it didn't pay off because that Steelio ended up blocking that Tentatek, so it's not perfect. Ooh! Ooh! Beautiful! Beautiful turn 3 from both players.
Excellently done.
Now the question is just, we have a custom Hydra and we can actually just like do some plays here. It's just like we need some good top decks. Like we absolutely need some top decks here. Otherwise, yes, like Black Rose will be very good position in terms of aggression. Like especially now, since DblCookies has no way in.
Yeah, no, this is a very cleanly defended area. Rose has the option to kind of try to go for an offense, but these cards don't... This Dynamo, where does it fit? I actually think it might... Oh, it fits very poorly in that little spot. Excellent.
Yeah, it's just like, we love to see it, going for offense, and we don't have follow-up for it.
He might be better off playing something that more aggressively goes after DblCookies since his area is secure. Just going for either... Yeah, going for something more aggressive to disrupt Cookie's base. Rather than focus on his base building and wait for the cards he needs.
Well, we're doing... unfortunately, they chose not to. They did not play aggressive here. Instead, they want to just focus back to base building here. DblCookies also doesn't have much pressure now, because both players settle down into playing defensively. They're going to just like combo off. DblCookies has more combo potential because, unfortunately, like Black Rose did not have good combos. They did not have good follow-up. They did not have a way to pressure into their base. So.
It's definitely a fairly risky place to be in. Few seconds left on the clock. He's got to make a call. I think Little Judd is the best choice to make here, especially if Disruption is trying to weasel its way in. I can see DblCookies was fishing for something, and I think that will confidently block out any opportunity he might be looking at to be able to cause that disruption he was hoping oh so dearly for.
Unfortunately, sometimes your deck does not collaborate. You want to have a good combo in mind, but your deck needs to give you the cards to do it.
Indeed.
That is not fantastic with DblCookies. Like, it is a special point out of it, but do we have a way to get all the full combo? Do we have that? And unfortunately for DblCookies too, now Black Rose has not a lot of chances to basically just bust a lot of special points and see if something sticks. That Scrapper is perfect to be used right now and give a decent point of attack. We're also considering passing, which is honestly something that Black Rose does have the ooh, beautiful.
Very, very nicely done. And we head into our final few rounds. State is Rose is not far behind in points, but he has special for days compared to DblCookies. Very optimal plays and strategies working out very well for him.
That did not help, but if you're more a disciplined player, like, it will be to your advantage. It doesn't matter if your deck is just like, oh my god, I'm just freaking so hard right now. But like, maybe we were just like complaining a little bit that maybe we could just like play more aggressive, but the discipline play ended up mattering. Double special from both players here, into DblCookies' favor actually.
Not necessarily, like, it is his favor, but so many points were gained for Rose there that now he's even up the special, but look at that score.
Like,
And you tell me that it's even.
No, it's not even. That never was the intent. And again, the advantage of BlackRose's deck building, of having 3 312s here, means that there's like, I don't think it's a lot of pressure in comparison to BlackRose to basically, I need to use one of my 312s now. We can just use better combo pieces, like we can go for the Scrapper here instead. That, in this particular board, is very, very, very flexible. I may consider joining that group because, honestly, Reef Slider by itself is also a very good combo piece in this board in particular.
It is. It actually works out pretty well in a lot of situations. Its shape is well designed for this map. It has a lot of long reach, and it has a lot of good coverage.
Yes. Now it's just final turn. BlackRose has the lead, so they do have a little less effort to do versus DblCookies, but DblCookies knew what they were going for. Meanwhile, BlackRose has to like find a spot that is actually beneficial for the scrap tank. It's good for disruption, but if it doesn't do the job of a 312, it doesn't exactly help very much now, does it?
The thing is his goal isn't too difficult to achieve. He's already got a 9-point lead, so he just needs to be able to gain... That's 1 away from a guaranteed win. If he goes for the one that he saw there, that's 1 away from... I think that's a guaranteed win. There's nothing DblCookies can do in this situation to bring things back. And so, I believe Game 2 is going to go to BlackRoseDragon. Even though DblCookies did find a phenomenal play, it just was not enough.
Indeed, yes indeed. That was a fantastic Ultra Stamp though. Like, really, really good last turn. They knew what they were looking for. Like,
Indeed.
You saw that, yeah, you knew what they were looking for. They used that hammer immediately. They knew where they wanted the hammer to be placed at. So yeah, that was definitely a fantastic choice for DblCookies. Unfortunately, not enough. It's just like, the discipline play ended up winning BlackRose the game. That is straight up something you have to be mindful. Okay, so we are going into a very important Game 3 here. And we're going back to Petal. Oh, that's risky from DblCookies.
I wouldn't say it's risky per se, as that was very much didn't have a great opening play, and then on top of that, he unfortunately, like, Rose did just play a little bit better, but it's not something that he can't completely undo because of the fact, like, last game was 2-point difference. That said, we're clearly seeing that things are, yeah, not in his favor.
That's so rough. That's what I meant with being risky. Just like, the same thing that happened first game could happen again. And it seems that this one was worse.
I mean...
Because there was like...
The thing is, though, is that a bad draw is a bad draw no matter where you draw the bad draw.